In the heart of Africa, where the sun blazes fiercely and the laughter of children dances through the air, there exists a unique tapestry woven from the threads of everyday life. It's a vibrant blend of struggle, joy, resilience, and humor that reflects the essence of our existence. Picture this, a bustling market where the aroma of spices fills the air, and vendors shout their wares, each one trying to outdo the other. You've got the matronly woman selling fresh vegetables, her voice booming over the chatter. "Buy my tomatoes! They're fresher than your last relationship!" And there's the man next to her, trying to sell fish, who chimes in, "My fish is so fresh, it practically jumped out of the water and into your frying pan." It's in these moments that you realize African comedy isn't just about punchlines. It's a reflection of our daily lives, our struggles, and our triumphs. We take the mundane and elevate it to the extraordinary. The way we navigate life's challenges is often infused with humor. For instance, take the daily commute. In many African cities, public transport is an adventure in itself. You hop onto a matatu, a colorful minibus, and suddenly you're part of a chaotic symphony. The driver is blasting music, the conductor is shouting destinations, and the passengers are crammed together like sardines. And yet, amidst the chaos, there's always someone cracking a joke. If we get any closer, we might just become one. Mai, they say, and everyone erupts in laughter, momentarily forgetting the discomfort. Now, let's talk about family gatherings. Oh, the joy of family. You see, in Africa, family is everything. We gather for weddings, funerals, and everything in between. And let me tell you, the conversations are something else. You have your aunties, who are experts in the art of unsolicited advice. "You need to eat more, my child. You're too skinny." And you're standing there thinking, "Auntie, I'm not skinny. I'm just well distributed." The jokes fly around the table like the jollof rice that Auntie just served. "Is this jollof or jollifly?" Someone quips, and the laughter erupts. It's a reminder that even in the face of societal pressures, we can find humor in our realities. Then there's the phenomenon of social media. Oh, how it has transformed the landscape of African comedy. Memes, skits, and videos flood our feeds, each one more relatable than the last. You scroll through and see a video of a young man trying to explain to his mother how to use WhatsApp. "No, Mama, you don't send a voice note by shouting into the phone." And you can't help but laugh because you've been there. We've all had those moments where technology feels like a foreign language. It's this shared experience that binds us together, creating a collective sense of humor that transcends borders. Speaking of technology, let's not forget the internet's role in amplifying our voices. African comedians are no longer confined to small stages. They're reaching audiences worldwide. Take Trevor Noah, for example. His ability to weave stories about his upbringing in South Africa into global narratives is nothing short of genius. He talks about the absurdities of apartheid with a comedic twist, making us laugh while also reflecting on the harsh realities of life. It's a delicate balance, but one that resonates deeply with audiences everywhere. Comedy becomes a tool for understanding, a bridge that connects different cultures and experiences. But let's not sugarcoat everything. Life in Africa can be tough. We face challenges that sometimes feel insurmountable: economic struggles, political instability, and social issues. Yet, even in the darkest times, we find a way to laugh. Humor becomes a coping mechanism, a way to process pain and adversity. You might hear someone say, "In this country, we don't have a budget, we have a wish list." And suddenly, the weight of reality feels a little lighter. It's a testament to our resilience. We refuse to let hardship define us. Now let's dive deeper into the everyday life of an African household. Imagine waking up to the sound of roosters crowing, the sun peeking through the window, and the smell of breakfast wafting through the air. You stumble out of bed, and the first thing you hear is your mother shouting, "Get up! The sun is already awake!" It's a daily ritual, the morning hustle. You rush to get ready, dodging siblings who are also trying to claim the bathroom. And just when you think you're ready to leave, your mother stops you. Have you eaten? You can't go out into the world on an empty stomach. You know you're going to be late, but you also know that a hot meal is non-negotiable. And as you sit there, shoveling down your food, you can't help but appreciate the humor in the chaos. Then there are the neighborhood dynamics. In many African communities, everyone knows everyone. You can't sneeze without someone knowing about it. Your neighbor, who has a sixth sense for gossip, will be the first to report on your comings and goings. Did you see her? She left the house without her shoes again. And you laugh because it's true. You've done it more times than you can count. It's this interconnectedness that fosters a sense of community, where laughter becomes a shared experience. You can't help but bond over the little things, the quirks of daily life that make each day unique. Let's talk about food, because in Africa, food is not just sustenance. It's a celebration. Every meal is an event, and every dish tells a story. From jollof rice to ugali, from injera to biltong, our cuisines are as diverse as our cultures. And don't even get me started on the family feasts. You gather around a table, and suddenly it's a competition. Who can eat the most? Becomes the unspoken challenge. You watch as your cousin piles his plate high, and you think, he's going to regret that later. Wise? But in the moment, it's all laughter and camaraderie. If you can finish that plate, I'll give you my car. Someone jokes, and the laughter echoes through the room. And what about the role of religion in our lives? In many African cultures, faith is deeply intertwined with daily existence. You see it in the way people greet each other, often with a blessing. May God bless you. Is a common phrase. And in church, the sermons are often peppered with humor, making even the most serious topics relatable. A pastor might say, "You know you're blessed when your neighbor's goat eats your grass, and you still smile." It's this ability to find humor in the sacred that makes our spirituality so vibrant. We laugh together, cry together, and ultimately find strength in our shared beliefs. As we navigate through life, we also encounter the peculiarities of our systems. Take the bureaucracy, for instance. You walk into a government office, and you're immediately hit with the realization that time moves differently here. You might hear someone say, "I came to apply for a passport, but I think I'll need a passport to get through the waiting line." It's a testament to our patience, our ability to laugh in the face of inefficiency. We've learned to embrace the absurdity, to make jokes about the very systems that can be frustrating. It's a survival mechanism, a way to cope with the idiosyncrasies of life. And let's not forget the role of tradition. In many African cultures, customs and rituals play a significant role in shaping our identities. You have ceremonies that celebrate milestones, from birth to marriage to death. And amidst the solemnity, there's always room for laughter. At a wedding, for instance, the dance floor becomes a battleground of sorts. You see your uncle trying to show off his moves, and you can't help but laugh as he inadvertently starts a dance-off. Look at him go! He's got the moves like Jagger, if Jagger was a little less coordinated. It's these moments of levity that remind us to cherish our traditions, while also embracing the joy of being alive. As we reflect on the essence of African comedy, it becomes clear that it's more than just laughter. It's a lens through which we view our world. It's a way to process our experiences, to connect with one another, and to find light in the darkness. We learn to laugh at ourselves, to embrace our flaws, and to celebrate our victories, no matter how small. In every joke, every story, and every shared moment, we find a piece of our humanity. So, the next time you find yourself in the midst of an African gathering, take a moment to soak it all in. Listen to the laughter, the stories, and the jokes. You'll realize that it's not just about comedy. It's about community, resilience, and the beautiful tapestry of life that we all share. In the end, we are all part of this grand narrative, and as long as we can find humor in our everyday lives, will continue to thrive. And that, my friends, is the essence of African comedy, a celebration of life, love, and laughter.